and then we hit, we're going some faster shots. And usually if you do that, you didn't get very good shots, and so you try to put it in slow motion and make it look better. Spoiler, it doesn't work. I think if you have a consistent soundtrack throughout your whole project, I don't think you tried hard enough in the edit. Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I edited this clothing commercial. I'm going to be sharing the techniques I used, my thinking and goal for the project, how I think I did, and really show you my go-to editing workflow for editing clothing company content. A really important thing for these edits that a lot of people mess up on is the pacing. I don't think people really understand what they're doing sometimes when they're editing for other people. We're not just trying to get the best clips and put them together in a timeline. And just because it's a longer video doesn't mean I want to lose people. Because it's longer, I'm going to start out a little more atmospheric, not slow enough to lose people. And I made sure to have the pacing exciting enough to constantly draw you in and have the viewer watch the entire video. A lot of people are too consistent in their edits. For instance, they'll put a bunch of slow motion clips, like everything will be in slow motion. And usually if you do that, you didn't get very good shots, and so you try to put it in slow motion and make it look better. Spoiler, it doesn't work. I always like to imagine it like a roller coaster. You start out building your pace, maybe have a nice slow motion, show off something, and then build up again, build up the excitement, live on that moment a little, and continue. And that's what I like to do, basically hitting a crescendo or a high point every so often. And so we got some slow clips to introduce it, whip transitions,
settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable.
and then we hit, we're going some faster shots. Slow motion, show off the product. So like I said, a little slow motion, building anticipation, and then it gets into the faster pacing. And to let the audience know that something's coming, I have a riser. We're building up. If it was just like a slow motion clip, people wouldn't know when it's gonna end. Is it gonna be more slow motion the whole video? By adding a riser sound effect, automatically people know, oops, it's building up to something. That's really important because people won't jump off your video when it's in the middle of something. And what they don't realize is we're always in the middle of something. We're always leading to the next thing. So that's why sound design, little subtle cues like that, little details keep people hooked. And that's important, especially if one of your metric is for your client, the watch time. And again. For extra style, I like to add a metallic slice to my whoosh sound effects, especially if I have like a flash to it. I think a whoosh sometimes isn't enough. Like a metallic slice motivates the transition even more. What do you guys think?
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile.
Don't forget about the emotion. Close up from our introspective shots, right? And then we're ramping up for the final payoff. It's important to get that little bit of energy before we do a slower ending.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing.
And the actions and sound effects are really important. If I was just showing this subject different movements like he's a model, I'm missing out on so much opportunity because these movements of him punching, I could add sound, and sound motivates different cuts, making an exciting edit, and therefore people are gonna watch longer. So how else can you spice up your edits to make really cool fashion content? I'll let you know. Don't be afraid to dirty up your footage. I know it's super clean, you got a new 4K camera, sharp lens, whatever, nobody cares. Yeah, put some flash transitions, some film textures, and energy is just as valuable as quality sometimes. Really sharp, slow motion B-roll, people can get bored of. The content I showed was a couple years old, so hooking is a little more important. Don't get comfortable with a lot of slow motion footage. Ramp up and down, keep it exciting. The fact that the pacing is changing keeps people hooked. Don't let it stay constant, that's boring. Don't have a consistent soundtrack to your whole project. I think if you have a consistent soundtrack throughout your whole project, I don't think you tried hard enough in the edit. I'm always cutting, adding a reverb and sound effect build up to the next exciting sequence, stuff like that. For sound effects, crescendo, link in bio. Get yourself some good videography sound effects. Those are top notch. And that's it. Let me know what else you want to see me explain. I'm having so much fun making this content. I want to keep doing this for you pretty much weekly, guys, giving you guys free value. I want to make dope shit for you guys. So if you think this is good, subscribe and let me know. Cheers.